Hello, welcome to the Pianoforte Podcast. I am your co-host Felicia, and I'm joined by my co-host Audrey.
Hello.
And we have a special guest today, Britta.
Hi.
Britta.
Hi, Britta. I'll do the jazz hands, but this way?
Yeah, that way. Correct.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Yeah, the jazz hands. So, as you guys see, I'm sitting with Britta today. I'm not alone! Woo!
I'm still alone. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
I'm used to it.
Oh, wow. That gone.
I'm kidding.
That went sad real quick. Yeah, and we don't actually have a specific topic, not like our previous chatting sessions.
Yeah. I mean, our topic happens to be one person.
Yeah, our topic
You
today
just
is...
told me that I'm the topic today, which
Yeah.
is funny because
not-
I didn't know. But just let's do that.
Yeah.
I never
It's
knew
fine.
I'm a topic, but now
It's
you
fine.
guys know.
It's fine. You are the topic. So, how about we start with some introduction? Who are you? Why are you here?
Oh, I'm here because that is actually my flat. So it's very typical that I'm here. All right. My name is Britta. I'm a singer and vocal coach and producer in Germany. We're in Freiburg right now. And I met those two girls when we were studying.
Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
So we graduated very differently. I guess, Felicia, you graduated 1 year before me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did.
So Audrey is graduating right now.
Just like a couple months ago. Yeah.
And I graduated a year in between.
Yeah. So we're 3 generations of students.
Yes, we are.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. That makes it like, it feels weird to say like there are 3 generations of students, be like grandma, mother, and daughter.
That
I'm
is
the
youngest
basically
grandma
how
now.
this works.
No,
So now I'm a grandma.
maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. We all met in the school, and
Yeah.
basically that's how we became friends / co-workers.
Yes,
Right.
Actually, Britta, I've never worked with you before, like in a band.
that is true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really sad, but true.
Yes.
Wait, not like when you were backing vocals and Felicia playing, or like,
That could be a
or
possibility.
like 40 pieces. We had this big exam called 40 pieces in our school, that we prepared 40 songs. And
Each of us.
Yeah, each person prepare 40 songs, and like the judges on the exam day would be like, okay, play this song, play that song on random.
Yeah.
So that was a huge exam where like everybody just became a melting pot. Like if you've never interacted with your friends before, then good luck.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
true.
you really needed people.
So that's like, did you not play together with Felicia on 40
No,
pieces?
because I played with Barbara, another friend of ours.
No, but you also didn't play for hers.
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow.
Because I left Germany when I was done. Wait.
No, but she did her
But I was
40
kind of
pieces
hermit
on
in my
your
last year.
on your last year.
Yeah, no, but I was a hermit in my last year.
Right. We would just like meet in Starbucks to write songs. I remember
Yes,
that.
that happened. Yeah.
My 40 pieces actually was a collection of all the other 40 pieces that I was playing in, because I was playing in 14 40 pieces.
Oh, at that time, and on your year 40 pieces, I
Was a lot.
I was not playing in 14 people's 40 pieces, but I was thinking like I could make my own 40 pieces. Now I got
Definitely.
everything.
And I
Seriously.
just collected out of all the other
Yeah,
40
me too.
pieces.
at that time I was thinking like, oh, I should have just done my 40 pieces now because I could just literally take everything.
Yeah.
I was playing like up to like 70 songs that semester.
I did 120.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
That semester was bad. But it was so much fun playing with all these people.
Oh, well,
We had a
some
really
are
good time.
fun. Some are not.
I mean, you learn about how you like to prepare your stuff. You learn how to interact with people. You learn how to communicate and which people are easy to communicate with and which people you go like, okay, this is not working, but you have to do it either way. So
Yeah, that's
that's a really good thing.
That's actually good though. We have never discussed about this, right, Fish? Like learning
No, we
about
never
working
talked
with
about
other
this.
people. I guess that we came from this community, and in this community we were prepared not only like intellectually as musicians, but also like mentally, because some of our friends becomes like co-workers or like project partners and stuff, and we learn to like communicate with musicians, and also we learn to kind of stay late because sometimes we have events that is running on the later side.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But I have to say, I think my experience with the 40 piece was quite different from you, like both of yours. Because I
Mine
did
is totally
basically
different.
all my... Yeah, no, because I did all my 40 piece exam with Barbara only.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, because we decided quite early on that we didn't want to have to think about all the scheduling with different people.
That's
So
actually
we
pretty
just kind of
smart.
stuck together.
That is so smart.
Yeah, so I think we had like kind of like two kind of bands of sorts. One for more of the jazz stuff, one for more of the rock pop stuff.
Yeah, I remember. I kind of remember.
That
Yeah.
is really smart.
But it's also really hard for the musicians because then like each of the musicians are playing like how many 15 songs at least for Felicia, or like
Yes. And then you have this thing of like everyone has to go through like the Ablauf.
yeah,
What's that?
the form,
flow.
the form of the,
The
song.
form, yes.
We are
Yeah.
struggling with all the languages right now. Earlier, before we started recording, Britta and me had chaos of randomness, and the languages is
Sounds
just like
exciting.
we were also just like, which languages are we talking?
I was starting German somehow, then I looked at her and went English again, and then my brain went German again, and I was like,
It's
What-
fine.
what is happening
It's fine.
here?
See, even Felicia that lives like thousands of kilometers away, she still remembers some words in German and not in English.
That's my vocabulary. So it's like I don't
as well.
get used that word in English, so I don't know what they call it in English or what people usually say in English.
Now you know. It's form.
Yeah, the form, yes.
Right. Talking about other like work, maybe we should shamelessly plug that about by the time we're recording this, our album is not yet out. But
Yes.
by the time we upload this, it's
It will
already
be out.
well out. Well out and about.
Very excited about this.
yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
We
do you
are.
wanna-
It was very funny. Like in March or April, I guess, Audrey came up and she was at my place and she started singing Christmas songs. And it's like so weird. And you're sitting there looking at her and like, are you just caroling? Like, you really?
In March. No, I think it was actually in February. I was already like, can we not go back to December?
Yes. And she
No,
said this line,
definitely not.
let's go back to Christmas.
Definitely not February or March because I was in Indonesia that month. That 2 months.
It was April then.
Oh yeah.
probably April
So
then.
she was sitting at my place saying, let's bring back Christmas.
Yeah, let's put on Christmas music and whatever. We probably were doing some like band meeting stuff because we are also in a metal band together.
Yes, we are.
Probably we were just dealing with like emails and stuff.
Oh, yes, we were.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
We did actually.
And
And then I stressed Audrey be like, need some Christmas music.
yes. So the question was what to do with that, because I was like, I actually want to do a Christmas album. What you thinking? And she was like, yay!
I have this demo that I kept since December that I was like, because last Christmas, but last Christmas, it was not proper Christmas. Like, it was the first Christmas during the Corona time.
Yes.
And it was a hell of a roller coaster, like, for my life in general.
It was such a weird year.
Yeah.
I guess everybody struggled hard this Christmas, like the last Christmas.
Yeah.
Because we weren't able to meet with people. We didn't know if it's good to meet with people.
Yeah.
So
the celebration got cut short, like super.
Yes,
like,
super short.
To the neck short. Was it also like that for you in Singapore, like last Christmas? Because in Germany it was lockdown.
Yeah.
Wait, last Christmas, that means that is 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was doing last Christmas. I can't tell you. I can't remember.
That's okay. That's fine.
That's kind of good, because then it wasn't something out of the ordinary.
I think it might have been on... No, that was over New Year's. Sometime around last year, like, in between Christmas to New Year, because that is also holiday for me at my work. And I think I went on a staycation with my parents and my sister in Singapore.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me.
I think it's around that time. I just can't remember exactly when it was, but
I think
that happened.
If I remember correctly, you kind of did that after Christmas, like a little bit after.
Probably, because
like
I think it's
the
cheaper.
The between days.
Legit.
That's yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's always like that. Yeah. So talking about Christmas, last Christmas, and I was desperate for Christmas in April. So
but Audrey, you're desperate for Christmas all year round.
True.
So true. So freaking true. So true.
So hence, due to my
Enthusiasm.
yes, thank you, enthusiasm for Christmas, I just like, let's make a Christmas album.
Yes.
If you are up for it.
And I was thinking about a Christmas album some time ago. And actually, you have to start an album very early.
Yeah.
Like, it's an EP, because we just took 8 months.
Was it? No, not yet 8 months. No, 6 months. Because we finished
7 months.
We finished in
You have
October,
to be
November.
finished with all the stuff so early. That's why we had like 6 months to really work on it. And that's why we only have 4 songs.
Thinking about like 6 months, right? Because working process anyway, you always have to go like, when do we want to publish this? And then go backwards the steps, right?
Yeah.
And like, we also needed to think, especially when we are preparing for album that comes after summer, to think about that, like, on summer nobody is gonna work on anything.
Well, that's true.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't have such a huge summer vacation though, Fish, right? In Singapore.
No, our biggest vacation is at the end of the year, because like the academic year, the school year for primary and secondary school tertiary education, minus polytechnic and universities, the start of the academic year is on 1st January.
Yeah, so like Schuljahr starts in January in Singapore.
So it
so our
makes
break
sense.
time is a bit different.
Right, and also like for us, because in Germany it's between July, August is the holiday, the big holiday.
It's the whole August and 2 weeks of September.
So she knows better than me.
I mean, I did that for the last 25 years, though.
You're German, yes, that's the point.
That's the system I'm raised in. I should know.
Because in Indonesia, it's like from middle of July to middle of August. we already start school like on the second week of August usually. Anyway, but yeah, because of that holiday in Germany, like nobody is gonna work on anything, so we needed to. Yeah, April was really, really like
intense.
No, like not
Busy?
intense, but like
Light.
you really need to start a Christmas album in April, or unless you don't get it done.
Fair enough, yeah.
Because of the buffer, the summer buffer. Summer buffer. Ooh,
And
that
you
rhymes.
don't want to stress out anybody. And if you go like, oh, I need this in 2 days, people are gonna be like,
I'm on vacation.
I have a life, first of all, and second of all, yes, I'm on vacay.
But that's
totally fine.
But that's funny because we were already on recording process during summer. I remember I was texting our drummer Niklas and our bassist Alex, kind of almost constantly, but not always constantly, like after another, basically be like, Niklas, I kind of need the the drum tracks. I'd be like, I know it's summer, I know it's not the appropriate vibe for recording a Christmas song, but we need it.
But
Same for Alex.
we really got really good takes. Really,
Props.
really good
Props
stuff.
to the musicians. I'm so
That's
happy.
great.
I'm so happy about them.
Wait,
Yeah.
so that means the Christmas songs, because obviously I haven't heard any of them yet. You
haven't?
say there's 4. I've heard bits or pieces when like you were in the
the process.
kind of recording the process, the arranging process as well. Yeah. So there's 4 Christmas tracks, right?
Yes.
And they're all like arranged
Yes, differently.
in like how do you guys go around the arrangement process for that?
That was really, really different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was kind of, how do I say this? Like, it really depends on each song. We started with Bring Back Christmas, didn't we?
We did.
We started with our like title track, kind of. It's called Bring Back Christmas. It's the one that I was like, I really want to bring back Christmas, so that's hence the title.
Audrey brought the music.
Yeah, I brought the music.
Actually,
It's
Like
kind of
everything?
done. The piano demo is already done.
yes.
I know.
So we started to discuss the lyrics and the melody. And the shaping of the lyrics was up to Audrey. So it's very different on how we work on lyrics. Most times I write the lyrics and I just bring it to the table and Audrey is like, okay, you can say that, but you can't say that. So
It's
sometimes I'm very
usually
thinking
not
German.
that I say like you cannot say this, but it's like, hey, I think it would be cool to put it this way, like making a puzzle. Like maybe she already has like a whole paragraph, and I'm like, oh, I want to switch the second line with the fourth line, or like
So it's still flexible and
yeah,
still
or like changing the
changeable.
rhythm a little bit, like to
Yes.
make it a bit more like groovy, because I'm a groovy person. I like grooves.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Bring Back
Wait, that
Christmas.
means
Yeah.
wait, of the 4 songs over there, are all of them like original songs? Are they covers?
No. We have 3 original songs written by Audrey and me, and we have 1 cover song.
True, yeah. But the cover is also like a public domain cover. It's not like a pop song cover. by
No, it's
by
a
the time
classical.
the episode is up, so we can talk actually about everything,
can.
because by the time the
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
episode is up,
I'm just going to be a
everything's-
clueless person here for a while.
No, yeah, we are covering a classical song, but like in a modern way.
In a very modern way.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to spoil it too much unless if somebody out there hasn't listened to the album.
Yes, so you definitely
true.
have to listen to it, guys. It's so much groovy and really different of what people could expect of that song. So it's a classical piece. It's a real classical piece.
It's actually a baroque piece.
It is. It is.
It's a baroque
It
piece
is.
even. Handel.
Mendel. No.
Mendelssohn? No.
Oh, sorry. Clap.
It just peaked, but well. It's a Handel. It's Rejoice. And I really like that song, and I brought it to Audrey, and I was like, do you think we could do this? And she was like, well, we have a very modern album, so what do you want me to do with that?
No, I said, like, should we make it more modern, kind of to fit with everything? And we were talking about, like, making it a ballad, like something. We tried a couple stuff when we were rehearsing for our gig. We had spare time and we were just doodling. And I talked to one of my docent. Her name is Vera. And when I was talking to her, like, hey, I got this idea. I want to make basically a baroque tune, a piece into like a song. From a piece into a song. Which genre do you think would be good? And then she just out of a sudden be like, okay, do you wanna, what do you wanna go with it? Do you wanna be more jazzy? It could be jazzy. You could reharmonize a lot of it, keep the structure, but like just reharmonize. Or, make it electronic, something, whatever, that is more like really basically on the market, kind of a genre that is like super mainstream. And she was like, yeah, like electronic or reggaeton. And I brought that idea to Britta.
It was actually almost done.
No, not yet. It's just the groove, the first.
Yeah, you had like the groove and stuff.
The attile, the A part.
It was really good to imagine the song.
Yeah.
How you wanted it to sound in the end. I really liked it.
Yeah, and then we decided to make a
very interesting cover.
To make Handel's piece into a reggaeton tune.
And it goes reggaeton.
I remember that part, Audrey, when you were working on this one in that case, because you were stressing about it for a little bit of time as well.
For a little bit of time?
I remember that.
For a lot of time.
Yeah.
Okay, for a long time.
Yeah. I was.
You're WhatsApping me about that.
Yeah, because also like at that time she was on vacation when I was doing the arrangement, because just in case nobody has actually right now grasped the idea, she does most of the lyrics and the melody. I do most of the music. Sometimes the lyrics, if I just jumble around stuff, but not that much. She does more of the lyrics. So like I do most of the arrangements of the songs, and the reggaeton one. The thing is, I had no experience.
Quite a struggle, right?
I had no experience writing, not even playing reggaeton, because it's something that we don't really play. It's just something that we listen to, and I have no experience playing it. I have no experience making it, like producing it,
mixing it.
So it's a whole adventure and a half.
And how do you go around that then, Audrey?
I did a lot of research. I think I told you, right? Like at one point my Spotify be like all reggaeton stuff.
You sent me some songs and we're like, what do you think about that? Could we go that way or this way? And I was like, I like that, or I don't think it suits.
Yeah,
so
kind of like comparing as well, like the instrumentations, the form, applaus thing, or like how they build up usually, because it's different. It's something new for both of us, I guess.
But that made it a lot more free, let's say it that way, because we stayed curious on this one.
Yeah.
And we always ask her, like, is it right? Do people do it that way? Should we do it that way?
Should we do something else?
Should we do something
What should we do on this part? And there was one time that I had like almost a whole entire song, except one part that I'm like, I know I need something else here that I don't know what to do. And I just recorded myself saying like, okay, this is Audrey just filling the gap. I don't know what to do with this part. And now the beat starts again in 3, 2, 1. Sending it to Britta so she can have like a sketches for the melodies that with the music that is already done, and she could also brainstorm about the part that is not done. She could just cut it, because it's quite clear then, like, oh, okay, she Audrey is confused. Audrey needed help.
It was so cute. I was listening to that, and that actually gave me inspiration for a song I was doing for a client. And I was like, it's such a good idea to speak over it, to let my client tell something to their customers. So I was like, oh, that's good. So actually that was an inspiration for my work.
For other
that's
work.
Great. That's great.
For other work.
That's how it works.
That's actually, I've never even heard about that story.
Oh, haven't I told you?
I don't think so.
Because it actually was my inspiration.
Wow. I inspired
That's how
her.
it goes with musicians. I think it's the same for you, Fish. If something happens and it's totally random out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, I could use that in a song. Does that happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. I can't think of a specific moment, but I'm sure it happened. But I think for me, it's also like getting ideas, because now I do more classical composing. And for me, about getting ideas, sometimes it's like I just need a direction to kind of follow. And sometimes I'll just be thinking, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. And then it just becomes like a pathway for me to walk on when I compose.
Right.
That's amazing. Actually, Felicia listens also to a lot of more classical pieces now, right? A lot more than when you were in Germany. And
a lot more.
And sometimes she's like, oh, I was inspired by this piece and to make this in this way and that way and that way. The thing is, a lot of times I feel like, whoa, I'm not, my brain cannot process this. Like the pieces, because it's so, like, it's, because we are now doing more, I am now doing more like popular music, and it's not as, like, the harmony is not as complex, I would say, because if
if
could
it's
be
jazz, then it definitely is.
It
but
could
pop
be complex,
music,
but like, and no, I mean, she does like 12 tone.
Yeah, it was a 12 tone.
Yeah, 12 tone music and stuff, like,
that's cool.
I'm trying,
like,
getting into it.
Yeah, or like very atonal stuff, and I'm like, well,
that's part of my assignment from my class.
Yeah, she attends like
exploring atonality and just kind of going past like conventional harmonies. It's something I'm still struggling with, and then now that I'm kind of in that mode, it's a bit hard to kind of scale back down to some of the more conventional harmonies as well.
But actually, you did though, like one time, that one snippet of a song that eventually I stole and be like, I kind of want to work on this. She went.
You
back.
stole? Which one?
Unspoken.
I can't think of. Okay.
Unspoken.
Oh yes. Okay, I remember now.
Is it a teaser now or something new?
She's just randomly saying, I stole it. I'm like, oh, are you?
And I mean, same like you got the idea from me. I got the idea from her, and be like, yes. I mean, I told her though, I was like, I will continue this song if you are okay with it. And she's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of handing more things off to Audrey to work on and complete, because
Damn it.
Here you go. This is
I'm like, Audrey, do you want to continue this one?
If I want, I mean, I always take if I can and if I want to. If I don't want to, I'd be like, nah, fish, nah.
But that's actually how it works.
Yeah, that's...
If you have an idea and you're like stuck with it, and give it to somebody else, and you're really good like your working flow is a good one.
Yeah, that you know that you can have a good match on the workflow.
Like I guess the C part in the reggaeton song. Mm-hmm. You just gave it to me.
I handed it to her. She sent me back like a whole a cappella session, and I was like, we still need a beat under that a cappella. So it was just like a cappella and drums, and it was, I think it's a different flavor, and I was like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but when you start from, I don't know what to do here, and I'm stuck for the moment, and you send it to somebody, and they're like creating something, and then Audrey was like, no, we need a beat, so let me do a beat, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So we're just working back and forth.
I think that's the best about like collaborative working, right?
Yes.
Like that you're not fully in charge of anything, but you're also not in charge of anything. You can still make decisions.
And it's inspiring.
Yeah.
Definitely, right. I imagine so.
We're talking a lot about like the collaborative writing, but I kind of want to touch a little bit that, because the three of us are also teachers, obviously. Mm-hmm. By the time we record this is the time that we upload the teaching episode of the podcast. Now everybody knows the time. Now everybody is like learning about the timeline and be like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what we do. We have always to have some spare time to work on it.
True. Mm-hmm. And then on the teaching stuff, I mean, we're both piano teachers, and we talk about like preference on teaching and stuff, and you're a vocal teacher. Yes. Vocal coach. Maybe you wanna share some stuff. Do you have any specific genre that you like to teach, for example?
Oh no, I don't.
Oh, fun.
The vocal technique that I teach is a technique that is grounded on the fact that if you use your voice the right way, you can sing everything. Mm-hmm. So I don't care whether you come with a metal song, or you come up with a jazz song, or you want to do mainstream pop, or you want to go avant-garde. I don't care. Because basically how our instrument works to be healthy, it's just one way.
Mm-hmm. That's a good approach.
It is. Basically it's very old. It's the Italian singing, like the Italian way to sing opera.
Head voice then? Like a lot of head voice?
It's like combination out of chest voice and head voice.
Mix then.
You're always mixing, but you're always opening up your head voice and your chest voice, so to be always in combination of both. And then it's so much easier to choose. Like you can mix a little bit more head or a little bit more chest in for the sound, but you're not closing something, you're not shutting down something, you're not making yourself smaller, but you're also always stable and flexible. So that's the basic of what I teach. And
do you mind to go through a little bit about like your students, like how old is the average?
Oh, there's no average, and I love that.
No, but like how many students do you have?
Like the age range kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm actually teaching a 5-year-old, also a 71-year-old.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Not 70, like 50 something, but like I mean like which group has the most number? Yeah. Like
now I understand. I was stuck on that one. So let's say from 14
teenagers
to 30 is the biggest.
Okay.
Biggest.
Oh, okay. So
amount.
Young adults.
Teens to young adults.
Young adults.
And that's very common.
That's actually very common. Yeah, me too. Actually, no. My students now
singers.
Is more
for singers
children.
It's very common, because think about the fact that we have Stimmbruch. How's it called in English?
I don't know. Puberty change.
Like
voice breaking.
Yes, the voice break. Like
when you hit puberty and then your voice change, that's probably what you meant, right?
Yeah, and we have it as females too. And voice is something that's still
fluctuating. It still fluctuates until the rest of your life, basically.
Yes.
It's basically kind of because it's muscle.
But it's not fully grown till you're 21.
Also, now we all have a fully grown voice.
Yes, we do.
Not to say that we just turned 21.
Oh, really?
Not to say that we just turned 21. Let's pause a sec.
Hallo? Bitte reinstellen. I'm sorry for that one.
No, it's fine. No worries.
I need to cut it then. Oh no, I don't know how to cut videos. Oh, damn it.
So if
We'll
she's
figure
not
this
able
out
to
anyway.
cut that, this is how German DHL works.
Yeah, it's just
The German delivery service, right?
yeah,
Yes.
delivery service.
And sometimes even when you haven't
Ordered anything.
they will ring your bell because
they might just like have a package for a neighbor that is not approachable, so they ring to your bell to get access to the building at least,
and just put it there.
Yeah, and to put it like in the staircase.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Stairwell is fine, I think.
Because it's easier
Treppenhaus.
than taking it back to the station, because then it's like a 1 day gap to where you can't pick it up.
Yeah.
And it's easier to just ring your neighbor and be like, can you just pass it to me and not walk like 7 minutes? That's easy. Like 7 minutes is still cool, but you have to wait a day and then pick it up. And if you really need it,
Good luck for you.
Yeah.
there's no luck in Germany. It says 2 p.m. No,
Tack, tack. Goodbye.
you won't get it till 2 p.m. Oh well. So,
Yeah.
what have we been talking about before?
Teaching.
Teaching. Yes.
Teaching, students' age, voice breaking,
Yes. So,
and 21-year-olds.
yeah, you're fully grown with 21 years. So you don't really know which register you're in before that.
Oh.
Huh.
You don't really know.
I thought I knew.
So most of the time you start going to university and working on your voice after you're 21 for classical. Because it's not that hard for pop musicians or jazz musicians if your voice is still changing. But if you start a classical study and you start as a
Child.
now like as a very high soprano and you hit 21 and your voice goes down,
Oh, it hurts your pride.
it definitely does, because then you're not in the class you were before.
Yeah.
And that is pretty hard because you worked on so much songs you're not able to sing anymore. And that's so weird. I talked to one person where it happened. And yeah, that's really bad.
Again, we're recording this with a lot of techie stuff that might be interesting, might be not for a lot of people. So that's why sometimes we need to fidget around.
I'm sorry for that.
It's only visible for the ones watching on YouTube, but for the ones that is in Spotify, then it's
Who are just
unbothered.
listening, yes.
Unbothered, yeah. I mean, it's basically how podcasts should be, like just audio usually. But it's fine. We try to accommodate other people's needs. Although we're not doing it perfectly, it's fine. We're trying. Woo. All right. Is there any other stuff that... Oh, Do you have any like recommendations or like
Song
music,
recommendations,
that you want
artists,
songs to
genres.
mention? Like, what do you listen to these days?
That is very, very different.
You can name a couple artists. It's fine.
Who
Yeah.
am I listening to? I really like to listen to Tori Kelly.
Appropriate, yes. Tori Kelly.
I like the album Inspired by True Events.
That's a
It's an album I was really listening back and forth the last year. So like Two Places at Once. It's so good. Like the song is called Two Places. And it really got to me, to my situation. And I was like, yeah, I feel that. Right before that, I had a big Brandon Urie phase.
Oh,
Because his vocals are amazing.
Panic at the Disco, eh?
Yes, Panic at the Disco.
Into the unknown.
Actually, I like the album before.
Oh,
Like Death of a Bachelor is like classy.
the Bachelor.
Yes. Yes. He's so inspiring. And I really like the fact that he can sing even higher and more flexible when he's doing stuff live. Like, it's insane what he's doing on his recordings. That's like pretty cool. But if you listen to any kind of live recording, that dude is going even higher, even greater. And that's something that's really impressive.
Yeah, because a lot of artists tend to hold back during live performances to make it safe.
Yes.
And
He
that's-
doesn't.
He doesn't. So yeah, that's pretty good recommendations. I like them both. I like them both as well. That's good.
And there was another album by Kirk Franklin,
Oh, Kirk Franklin, of course, classic.
Long Live Live.
Oh, the grayish album.
Yes.
I know she likes that one. Yeah, I know you like that one.
It has this this choir that I really dig, and it's also very
It's a
inspiring.
gospel choir. It's a
Yes.
thing. It's really.
It's so inspiring how he does it, like the unison parts, and then it splits up, and it's so natural, and you don't feel overwhelmed, but it's getting very close to you, so you don't even have to understand what's going on, but it's
just beautiful.
yeah, it's just beautiful.
I guess Kirk Franklin, if I have to add it in, Kirk Franklin, is it the Tiny Desk? The NPR?
Yes.
The NPR session, Tiny Desk, Kirk Franklin. Killer bassist, and I am, whoa.
Even if you're not a bassist and you're listening to that and you're watching it,
You're
it's
like,
like
that's,
dope.
how can not all bassists be like that?
I mean, it's pretty hard. That guy's
That
like
guy's slapping though. Yeah, I mean, that
So
is
good.
really good. Do you have any song recommendation for this episode, Fish?
I do, but it's quite a way away. We're going back to the
Classical. Right,
Pretty
of
cool.
course. Go ahead.
So there is this violin sonata by Edvard Grieg that I really like. It's his third violin sonata in C minor, opus 45.
I think you already mentioned it to me, like in private
I mentioned
life.
it to you definitely
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's actually one of the first pieces I listened to when I was just browsing through classical music that really just stuck with me. That I was like, oh, I want to listen to this again. Yeah.
That is a couple for me. Like classical music that has that impression for me is probably Mendelssohn's Lobgesang, just because that was my first like big choir experience. So whenever I listen to that, I just like, oh, I want to listen to the entire of it, like 1 hour and 45 minutes of it kind of feeling. Like I want to listen to the whole thing. Or like Gustav Holst, The Planets. I feel like that, like I keep wanting to go back. I know that Gustav Holst is more mainstream than the Lobgesang is, I would say. But yeah, those are the classicals. But I understand. Sorry that I cut you off. Do you want to talk a little bit about the Greek?
I mean, nothing much. It's actually a very similar way that I started listening to Greek as I did for the Borodin string quartet number 2. In that I started with the slow movement. So it was a slow movement that I actually really, really liked first.
Second movement then.
Yeah, the second movement. Yes, and then I went back to the first movement for the Greek one and I listened to it again and I was like, oh, it's actually really, really nice. Then the third movement also eventually grew on me. So
interesting, because I'm usually also like a third movement is kind of a question mark for me. Like make it or break it. The first two I can get around with quite okay usually, if I remember correctly, because I don't really listen classical music on day-to-day basis. But when you used to live here and we used to watch like orchestras and stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that would be like, I would be like, oh yeah, the first movement I can get around. Second movement, even though sometimes it can be a little bit sleepy moment. But
it's always a sleepy movement, please.
Yeah. I mean, I do not want to admit, but I think the three of us have been guilty of
falling asleep while
during
a concert.
The second movement.
During
the slow movement.
The slow movement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but at least we haven't gone to the meme. Do you know like the Stravinsky? I think this was it. Like the scream, the meme. Like it was like, dang, and then like a lady like.
Was it a Strauss?
Is it Strauss or Stravinsky? Something with S. I remember. I don't. It's a meme. It's everywhere. People can Google it. Like scream.
Yeah, I remember
the scream. The meme. Classical music.
Yeah. I really miss going to classical concerts.
Yeah, we should.
I was at a concert at the beginning of October, on the 1st October actually. We were in Frankfurt, HR Orchestra. So good. And they played a piece that was originally written for them. And a very, very good Finnish violinist. He was playing like, wow. I was at the edge of my seat all the time. Such a beautiful concert. Like it was 3 parts. An avant-garde piece, then this piece written for the orchestra and the violinist, and then they had Beethoven. And I actually enjoyed this piece that was written for them the most. It was so intense, moving through the orchestra, and you really felt their personality, which was so interesting. I really dug that one. It was so good. And it's inspiring. So classical music, we should go back to classical music more often. We should. Once we have time. Once we can, because while Corona, it's not always always so good. And also we both are getting busier and busier. Not Dumb and Dumber. Yes. Busier and busier. Anyway, I kind of want to wrap up. Maybe I just throw it in as well. You talk about like popular music stuff. You talk about classical. I would jump in with film. So the Dear Evan Hansen was premiered, I think, last month in America. But it's really hard to get your hands on that film in Germany. You need a VPN for it. Change your location, and then stream it legally. It's not available in Germany. No, I don't know. Like, I was watching with another friend, and she said, like, yeah, I needed like a VPN to change my location. Like, okay, crazy. But oh my gosh, the soundtrack is so beautiful. More beautiful than your favorite? Than the original Broadway version. It's so beautiful. Okay. It's so beautiful. And bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, this episode is fun, eh? There's a sneeze, there's a Dehal package.
It's life.
It's life, right? And anyway, that movie is so beautiful. I mean, the movie itself is it's good. It's okay. I guess it's okay because I know the storyline. Sorry, Fish. Bless you again.
It's okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Like I know the storyline, so I was not expecting anything wild, but the soundtrack production is so good. It's produced by, I think right now my favorite like musical or whatever producer, Alex Lacamoire, that also produced In the Heights and Hamilton. That also he worked on like Wicked on Broadway as like a conductor or something. Like he's amazing. He's great. Alex Lacamoire. Wow. He actually also worked on Netflix. I don't know if it's a series or a show. It's called Tick Tick Boom. I haven't watched it, but it's in my list. Yeah, Dear Evan Hansen. So you guys should check it out. The soundtrack album is amazing. All right, so I guess we can wrap up. Thank you, Britta.
Yes.
Thank
you,
you guys
Britta.
for inviting me.
Thank you, Felicia, for your time as well.
Thank you, Audrey.
And thanks for everybody that's listening. And see you. Ooh, this is the last episode of 2021.
Ooh, so you
Yes.
guys.
Happy holidays, and
holiday.
see you until
holiday.
after New Year.
After the new year, yes.
Yeah. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye.